Hi guys, and thanks for watching our weather update on July 17th, 2023. So, looking at the latest radar imagery, we can see that rain is moving in anywhere sort of south of the line from North Galway off towards Athlone, Longford sort of area, then down towards Laois and down towards Waterford. This sort of area. So South Connacht, West Ulster, and Munster is now wet. Satellite also shows it quite nicely with the high cloud ahead of the front also moving in, and that has really engulfed the whole of Ireland. This is the rainfall warning for Cork, Kerry, and Waterford from Met.ie, and it's a yellow warning. It says a spell of heavy rain followed by showers may lead to localised flooding, valid from 8 p.m. today. So it is really truly in effect, and it will last until 3 p.m. tomorrow. So and stay morning as you can see tomorrow. Also, if we just go back, you can see very nice that rain again. Also, just go over what happened today. So this morning, showers were mainly in the west and southwest and the north. They formed quite widely this afternoon, and we saw some lighter showers forming, like one there, one there, one there, one there in the south. And I think something quite interesting happened in the south, happened down there in the south and southeast. So I'm pretty sure that winds north of this line of showers were westerly, while those south of it were southwesterly, and that's a bit of a convergence zone where the winds meet and the air is forced upwards. There's forced convection, and that can also create a line of showers. And tomorrow we can see the same thing happen in a very similar place. I'll show you in a sec. This evening the showers moved eastwards and gradually became more confined towards the east as more general rain developed towards Kerry and the west in the Atlantic, and that change gradually moved eastwards, with showers dying off and moving out into the Irish Sea. And it was mainly dry for the central part of the country this evening, and dry now across many eastern areas. So the northeast is actually still quite showery. This is the UKV precipitation chart for the next 5 days. So today showers in the east, as you know, and the rain gradually eroding into the south and southwest of the country. Tonight they'll gradually move eastwards and northwards, bringing wetouts everywhere, especially so across the south and southwest, with the chance of flooding. Tomorrow morning the rain gradually exits towards the east, but in its wake we see showers forming. And I'll stop it right there. 1 p.m. on Tuesday. You see, we got this we can see this large showers here, in the southeast of the country, and I'm pretty sure again that is a convergence zone. If we stop it right there, I don't want that, and put the winds on, just focus on the arrows. Pretty much where the shower is here. Anywhere south of it, winds are in from the southwest. Anywhere north of it, winds are from the north-northwest. That is a perfect example of a convergence zone. You can see winds meeting, areas being forced upwards, and there's a big line of downpours. Now they can be quite serious where they strike. They could be quite hazardous. Hail, lightning, flooding, all possibility in that zone. So I think that is one to watch tomorrow. There could be some thunderstorms tomorrow, especially in the east and southeast. Now, again, it's not really, these storms aren't being forecasted by the more professional forecasters, but looking at that chart, I think that thunderstorms are quite likely tomorrow. Into tomorrow evening, showers gradually die away, and tomorrow night is quite dry and clear. Into Wednesday, showers form very widely, especially for the east and north, where some may be heavy. Wednesday night sees things clearing up. Thursday, again showery, especially for the north and east. Also a bit cloudy on Thursday. Thursday night is quite cloudy, especially later in the night. And Friday is quite a cloudy day with some showers. before more general rain moves in towards the west into Friday evening, continuing into Saturday. So Saturday looks wet, but quite humid. This is the temperature forecast from the UKV. So say values in the high teens, possibly. I don't know what. There's something. Okay. With this sort of, let's do this to me. All I have to do is wait for it to time it. Goodbye. I don't want you in my life. Goodbye, as I don't want. Yeah, whatever. Goodbye. Yes, I support you. Whatever. Anyway, sorry about that. This is the temperature forecast. Anyway, so say high teens. It's really quite similar over the next few days. Tomorrow into Tuesday, we start off quite cool. 11 in the north, 13 in the south, or 14 even. Tuesday, where the rain lingers in the northeast, 14 or 15 degrees, but elsewhere getting close to 20 degrees, especially in the south. So very warm, humid. That's why I'm saying that there is a chance of storms. Tomorrow evening, into Wednesday, quite chilly, especially across the east and northeast, around 8, 9, 10 degrees, but elsewhere about 11, 12. Into Wednesday, we have temperatures rising towards 18 degrees very widely, 17 degrees as well in the north, for some quite similar values everywhere. Thursday morning starts quite chilly in the north, about 8 degrees or 9 degrees, warmer on the coast, same for the south. In the central sway from Dublin to Clare and areas surrounding that, holding up around 10 to 12 degrees. I'm suspecting that is because there's more cloud there. Just to clarify that, let's see. We do see that little stretch there. So that does make sense. Go back to the temperatures. Thank you. Okay, so Thursday, temperatures rise towards 15, 16 degrees in the north, 18, 19 in the south. Friday morning, 3 a.m. Ulster is quite cool, about 10 degrees. So is Munster. Elsewhere, you're around 10 to 13 degrees. Friday, we see temperatures rising again, quite widely in the high teens across the east and south of Midlands, west and north around the mid-teens. And off into Saturday morning, we start off coolish in the east, about 11 to 13, but further west, mid-teens, 3 a.m. on Saturday. That's because a warm sector is moving in for Saturday. And I think on Saturday, values rise widely in the high teens. Also, I do want to show you Cape. So that is the potential energy for convection. And just to show you that, because it's quite severe, and not severe, but modest Cape levels, for example. Like Tuesday, with that band of rain, we'll see Cape, but after it, you can see widely across the east and south, these dark green splodges. You can't see the timing, sorry about that. Zoom out. You can see there some dark green splodges, especially in the east and south. Also, just note that these Cape levels aren't so high, but they're relatively high, good for storm building, and Sunday's Cape forecasts were lower, way lower than this. They're only showing a few random greenish, dark green spots, while these spots are actually really quite widespread. So this is why I do believe that tomorrow could bring some decent storm activity. Yesterday we saw a few storms with a lot less Cape than that. So with more Cape, high temperatures, a lot of moisture around, that will all come together to big storms, as well as that convergence zone. I could be wrong because none of the other forecasters are saying this. I'm the only one saying this, but just from looking at that chart, I do believe that there is definite storm potential tomorrow. This is the NAO observed in GEFS forecasts. Again, this is the North Atlantic Oscillation, and as you can see, we are currently in its negative phase, Again, just to say that if it's negative, we've got a higher pressure towards Iceland and lower pressure towards the Azores or over us, as we're seeing now, pretty much right over us. You can see July so far, negative, negative, negative. But as we've been saying, over the next week or so, gradually trending less negative. And for the final 3 days of July, actually around neutral, bang on neutral. The black dashed line, which is the ensemble mean, the ensembles are these red lines, bang on neutral. So, and some are taking it positive, some negative. So the Azores high is going to strengthen, but just how much will it strengthen? You know, will it just sit to our southwest and be a big area, and just be this big area of high, or will the lows still be close enough to bring us this cool and wet stuff? You know, it's just up for the books. I forgot to say. But this is a GEFS run. We can see that tomorrow we have this area of low moving in, very shallow, but a lot of energy with that. Off into Wednesday and Thursday, winds are in from the cool northwesterly direction, so quite cool and showery with that. Into the weekend, this deeper area of low moves in from the west, so that brings a spell of wet and breezy weather. Could be very wet that actually, and winds in the last week of July go northerly. Look at that, northerly winds there. Around the 25th of July on the go. Eventually they seem to die down around the 28th, but we get more northerlies towards the end of the month. But just as we get into August, I think the high pressure towards the Azores is ridging towards us somewhat. That's a very deep area of low there. I think that's a remnant of some sort of tropical storm, or you know, that sort of stuff. Or hurricane, but not really. It's a bit shallow. But actually, that does look quite severe. You know, into August, the Azores high is going to ridge, it seems. But we've seen this before. It could just be teasing us. You know, it's something before. It's there, but who knows? It's 2 weeks out. I wouldn't believe that if I were you. Okay, so you know, but famous last words though. Tuesday, Wednesday, that area of low moves in. Tomorrow is one to watch for storms. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, cool and showery. Friday a bit drier, I think, before more low pressure moves in from the west. Then more low pressure moves into the west during the weekends, and winds go northerly after that. So quite a spell of northerly winds. As we said, that had this July been in January, we'd have had a very chilly or cold and wintry month. The UK Met run again, that very shallow low moving in from the west, moving out, and the Azores high goes to our west there on Wednesday and Thursday, low over Scandinavia, cool and showery, northwesterly winds. Into Thursday, same thing, Friday, before the next area of low moves in for the weekend, and it goes cool and wet. And then Monday, July 24th, the winds are into the north. This, I think, for GM runs next. Okay, here we go. So the area of low moving eastwards tomorrow, followed by showers, followed by a dry day on Friday, followed by more rain on Saturday and Sunday, and the winds again go into that cooler northerly direction on Monday and Tuesday. Well, they stay that way. Well, yes, they do actually. They stay northerly even up until Thursday, July 27th. Northerly winds in July. What do you think about that, everyone? What do you think about that? It's quite a rarity, I think. You don't often get that sort of thing in July. This is the icon run. Well, I mean, you also don't want them in July. You want them in January. Well, I do anyway. Wednesday and Thursday are cool and showery, followed by the area of low on Saturday and Sunday. Monday, the low clears towards Scotland, but actually very, very strong northerly winds on Monday, Sunday into Monday, and they stay northerly into Tuesday, July 25th. And finally, the arpege looks like this. So you can see that low moving eastwards, followed by showers, followed by more low pressure for the weekend. So that's it for now. I appreciate the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see what happens with the storms.